If Kaka were ever to stumble into a brothel, he'd only be there to read scripture and preach the Bible to the prostitutes. It's a humorous notion, but this is precisely the portrayal a Brazilian newspaper chose to starkly illustrate the true character of Ricardo Izecson dos Santos Leite. This is the real name of the footballer, whose angelic demeanor has always endeared him to fans, earning him the affectionate nickname of Angel Kaka. Born on April 22, 1982, in the homeland of the Christ the Redeemer statue, Ricardo Izecson dos Santos Leite, known as Kaka, was imbued with the spirit of life that later manifested in his devout faith each time he scored a goal. His trademark gesture of pointing to the heavens as a sign of gratitude, and the message, "I belong to Jesus," displayed on his undershirt, became synonymous with Kaka from the age of 12. Even at this young age, he was already a devout Christian. Gospel music was his favorite genre, and the Bible was his bedside book. It was also the time when the famous Brazilian club, São Paulo, recruited him into their youth team, recognizing his natural talent early on from his local school football games. As a schoolboy, whenever his school team participated in local tournaments, Kaka was often named the best player, a success he continued at every youth level for São Paulo. However, life is not always a smooth melody until the final note. At the age of 18, the angel almost ascended to heaven after a severe drowning accident. The young man, who could not swim, narrowly escaped the grasp of death, but the ordeal left its mark. With a spinal injury that initially paralyzed his body, Kaka miraculously recovered at a speed as swift as his sprints on the field during his prime. After surviving the accident, Kaka firmly believed that it was by God's grace, giving him even more reason to devote himself to his faith. Moreover, with his natural talent, dignified character, and both a charismatic and saintly presence, just a year after Brazil's World Cup victory in 2002, the then European champions AC Milan recruited this son of the samba land. Unlike many Brazilian football stars who grew up in hardship, honing their skills on beaches and playing street football, Kaka was born into a well-to-do family, with a father who was an engineer and a mother a teacher, which provided a supportive environment for his football education. Additionally, his lifestyle, shaped by high standards, led to a playing style distinct from his compatriots. He lacked the flamboyant individual technical maneuvers typical of the samba dancers on the pitch, yet Kaka knew how to dazzle all with his terrifying bursts of speed at the height of his time with the Rossoneri. Often starting his runs from near the midfield line, he made these distances his launching pad to glide past opponents with relentless strides, pushing defenders into passive positions as they struggled to keep up. Even against defenders ready to intercept, Kaka's ability to anticipate play and his quick handling of the ball often rendered their efforts futile, allowing him to navigate past with simplicity and grace that few players could match. Kaka's speed and his ability to chip the ball over heads not only left a trail of opponents in his wake, but also tilted their efforts into futility, culminating in those delicate, curling shots aimed at the far corner that became every goalkeeper's nightmare when facing him. His modern, efficiency-oriented style allowed him to seamlessly integrate into European football, and this synergy propelled his fame skyward in his very first season, wearing the red and black stripes of AC Milan. He contributed 10 goals that season, helping AC Milan clinch both the Scudetto and the UEFA Super Cup. The following season saw the team finish as runners-up domestically, but Kaka had his first bitter taste of the ultimate challenge in professional football, only to experience a nightmare in Istanbul during Liverpool's dramatic comeback. Yet that unimaginable night on English soil deeply etched into Kaka and his teammates' memories, serving as a potent motivational tonic that fueled Milan to reclaim everything they had lost to Liverpool 2 years later. In that remarkable campaign, none other than Kaka emerged as the nucleus, becoming the top scorer with 10 goals in the 2006 to 2007 Champions League season. His unforgettable solo run from midfield to score in extra time against Celtic was just the beginning. The Real highlight came in the first leg of the semi-final at the Theatre of Dreams, where the home side, buoyed by the formidable duo of Ronaldo and Rooney, scored 3 times. However, it wasn't just the Red Devils who knew how to soar. Milan too was flying high on the wings of their angel. Kaka alone outshone on the pitch, including a goal that was hailed as a lifetime achievement. With a slick maneuver to outplay a defender, followed by a masterful header, he swiftly eliminated Manchester United's central defensive pair, even as the number 4 persisted in a fierce chase. In a moment of daring, Kaka's combination of a skilled header and subsequent ball control led the two defenders to collide and tumble dramatically. He continued with his trademark curling shot, causing Edwin van der Sar's net to quiver a second time by the same author in that match. The sacred smile and the pointing to the heavens are memories that will forever live with the Milanistas, and Kaka himself cherishes recalling this goal. For Manchester United in that season, the specter of Kaka was nothing short of a haunting presence. In the return leg at San Siro, Kaka once again tore through the Red Devils' defense in a resounding 3-0 victory, sealing a 5-3 aggregate win and setting up a rematch with Liverpool in Athens. In that final, Milan's number 22 played a crucial role, winning a free kick that led to the opening goal for the Italian side and personally setting up Inzaghi to double the lead, a move that showcased his visionary play. This convincing journey through the season positioned Kaka above Ronaldo and Messi in the Ballon d'Or race that year, before the duo embarked on an unprecedented era of dominance in football history. Not only was it an honor to stand above these two titans for a year, but as a teammate of Ronaldo at Real Madrid, Kaka was known for his camaraderie and generous spirit, often yielding penalty kicks to the Brazilian to help boost his confidence, particularly after injuries. Even in his decision to leave ACMilan, which was struggling financially at the time, Kaka thought of the team's needs. His transfer to Real Madrid for €60 million was a financial lifeline for Milan, temporarily pulling them out of a financial crisis and making him the world's most expensive player at the time. One might have imagined Kaka's quick runs blending into the flamenco rhythms, a vivid image of his powerful stride typical of Spain's traditional dance. But this beautiful scenario never fully materialized. His best moments remained at San Siro, where in his later years he began to struggle with knee problems that became chronic upon his move to Real Madrid. After a year at the club, he underwent surgery to decisively address a severe injury in his left knee. Mourinho once hoped that Kaka's return from surgery would be akin to signing a new, high-caliber player, but the injury had already taken its toll, marking the end of his peak years. He became a highly paid spectator on the bench, while players like Di Maria and Ozil flourished in his stead. In 2013, the emblem of red and black returned to Milan, although he could no longer carry the team as he once had. Within nearly 2 months of re-syncing with Serie A, Kaka scored against Lazio in late October 2013 at a time when Milan desperately needed points. From then on, wearing the number 22, he became the driving force for Milan during a challenging season, contributing 7 goals, 4 assists, and more importantly, serving as a spiritual leader for the team. Afterwards, Kaka's journey continued with a return to where it all began, Sao Paulo, albeit for a brief spell. The fans had to come to terms with the reality that it was time for Kaka to find a fitting final chapter for his illustrious career. His move to OrlandoCity for 3 seasons was seen as a logical step. The Angel, who had soared high in Europe, returned to his roots before choosing the United States as his final stop in a distinguished career. Looking back at Kaka's journey, from the injuries that influenced his departure from Milan to the days spent as a virtual prisoner on the bench at Real Madrid, these were merely the quiet parts of an otherwise remarkable performance. What stood out was a Brazilian who did not embody the typical samba style, but still flourished in Europe with a lifestyle far removed from many of his compatriots. All these aspects fused together to create a distinct legacy that only Kaka could bring to the world of football. His career, punctuated by such highs and lows, not only reflects his footballing prowess, but also his unique character and resilience, making his story a singular narrative in the football world.